Hey guys, let's get it ready to rumble. No, I had it better a few minutes ago, anyways, but that's beside the point. How are you guys doing? Welcome to RC Talk. Tonight, we're going to be talking about what type of event do you like to attend? I had to read what I typed. Not just that, but basically, what do you like to see at events? What you don't like at events that you've been to? Just basically your experience at some of the events that you guys have been to, or would like to attend to, or what you would like to see at some events. I know some of you don't attend events, or you just go with friends and had some fun. So, without any further ado, let's go see who's in here. We have KBRC 13. We have Dennis, AZ Froggy, Spin Rush, John Martin, Guru, Big Head RC, and Curtis D. In the chat, we have a bunch of people. They've been there for a little bit. In the chat, we have Kevin Gibbs, RC Athlete, Roadside RC, and Unknown RC. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good. Doing good.
All right. What's going on?
Doing great.
Today's a holiday here, so enjoying the day, wrenching today.
Cool. So you're at home today, Spin Rush?
Yeah, it's public holiday today, and also it snowed yesterday, but it's pretty much melting away now. So just in my little studio, just enjoying the day.
Cool. So right now for you, it is actually Friday, right? For you, you're a day ahead of us.
That's right, TGIF. It is, and
okay. Well, that's not bad then for you because RC Talks comes on Friday, so that's one great way to finish off the week.
Absolutely, and thanks for having me here today.
Cool. Thank you very much for
Kevin
coming.
Gibbs in the chat. Everybody, hello.
One thing I do a lot is host events at Ollie's RC Park. I used to do it at my place here in the back. I also host Call to Crawl, it's called. It's basically we take our radio control cars and we just go downtown Ottawa and we just go all over the place downtown and just take a walk. The walk usually lasts about 3 hours. So it's kind of a nice walk. My wife loves it because we're just walking and we walk across the Byward Market where like there's a big market outside. We just go with the RC cars. She wished we would stop more often, but I tell her, go shop and you can catch up to us. That's all. So those are fun things. And people kind of rely on me to plan these things and not just there, all over the city. So it's kind of cool. And I know that Trail Crawler RC, he's another guy that actually organized stuff for his area, right, Trail Crawler?
Yeah, I like to get charity events organized for crawling. I like going to comps now and meeting a bunch of people and product developers and just see what's out there, see what's new.
Okay. And I know that you've had restriction lately at the park where you usually do your events.
Yes.
They used to let you, but now the park doesn't let you. So there's kind of a thing going on there.
Yeah, they were letting us do events. And now they told us we had to have permits. We file for a permit, they give us one, and then they revoke the permit saying that not only at that park, but other parks are being destroyed by other RCs, which are the guys that are going in with the bashers and just really don't care what happens. You know, the outcome for them is I had a good time, I went through some batteries, I'm going home.
Okay.
So it's really starting to take and put a wear on all the areas around here that we can enjoy.
That is kind of correct for the basher things, but in a sense, I think crawlers can really destroy a mountain face or a hill because of the tires, and they spin a lot, and you can really leave your marks there. So people have to be aware that when they go to public parks and things like that, try to leave a zero footprint to the environment, in other words.
Right. And when we go in, that's what we do is everything is a slow crawl. It's not the mindset spinning is winning or when in doubt, throttle out. It's if you can make it, you can make it. If you can't, somebody can help you up or just go around and find another way to get up.
Mhm.
Try not to disturb any of it.
RC84 says, what I love about the hobby is the people. That is very
Yes.
true. You can meet some very nice people, but you can also meet some very stupid people. But usually they're more nicer than stupid people.
Yeah, I think me and trail callers were talking about stupid people yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I missed a
like
stream last
Forrest
night.
Gump
Sorry,
says.
Guru. I missed it last night. I went to bed early, so I couldn't jump in.
Like Forrest Gump says, stupid is what stupid does.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing how many people can leave all their brain cells at home.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, I ain't
Hey,
seen-
BBY Autographic, how you doing? BBY Autographic, if you put shout out in, or anybody, if you put it shout out in one word in the chat, it will put a link to your YouTube channel. So you guys can try that. There you go. Player one just did it.
Yes, sir. I did that.
Trail Crawler just did it. Everybody's doing it. Why not?
We're not just leaders, we're also followers.
Somebody just messaged me today, actually, on Facebook, and they do a podcast and they want to interview me for the podcast. I completely forgot to ask them where they got my name, but it's pretty interesting because they've interviewed Tony from CCXRC, the guys from GCM Racing. They've interviewed a whole bunch of other people, and now they're going to interview me. So that's kind of fun and interesting, but that's just an audio podcast. So it's kind of cool. I actually invited them to come here also. And once I do that audio podcast, I'll forward the link and everything like that to you guys. So
Oh, okay. Great.
it's kind of cool. Because I know some people actually do listen to audio podcasts while they're driving and things like that. So that's interesting. Curtis D, you're going to go eat something? That's good. You can stay logged on if you want and just mute your video. That's all.
Okay.
So everybody's putting their link there. So it's all good. And we have 23 people watching. Cool.
Thumbs up, is it? I got 25 on my other phone.
Yeah, count views. Where do I see my thumbs up? I don't think I see thumbs up.
What's going
Not
on,
on my
Kagan?
screen that I have. I
Everybody
don't
hit
see the
them
thumbs up.
thumbs up.
23 on this one.
Right
Hey,
back.
don't you have to subtract us from that number?
For the thumbs up? No. Or
No,
the views?
I'm talking about the viewers.
No,
Probably.
you're talking
Yeah,
about
if we're watching the thing, it doesn't subtract you guys. It takes you guys, and just like me, I do have it open, so basically I'm a view also. So, and because I said that, now we're 16.
I got 24.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on both phones now.
So Spin Rush, did you attend any radio RC events or things? I know there in your area, there's a lot of racing, and you only have racing right now. You don't have any crawlers. Is that correct?
No, there is an RC park, Sky Hobby. I haven't been there in a while. That they're totally outdoors.
Oh yeah.
On occasion, they'll have a kind of like more like a family day where they'll everybody will come out. They'll bring out crawlers. They'll bring out the Tamiyas, the Kyoshos, the more comical RC cars, and they'll just mess around, you know. But again, usually they have someone who's going to organize that event and get that out to everybody, or sometimes even the shop will organize it. But yeah, it's a lot of racing out here. They do a lot of racing. It's just
That's what I noticed a lot with some people, though. If you don't schedule a family event or a fun day, people don't usually come, because Holly's is open every weekend or even during the week. For anybody that wants to come, they can just show up and just have fun and play with the RCs. But I find maybe it's because people like to be with other people for radio control. So when we throw just a fun day, there's a lot of people that actually come. But if we tell them, no, next weekend there's no event, but you can still come, nobody comes. It's kind of odd that way, that because there's no event, people don't bother.
Yeah. I mean, RC is a family thing. It's a friends thing. It's a bro thing. And yeah, the more events we have, the merrier.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's always a trouble of organizing the schedule and then weather.
Yeah, and just like Trail Crawler, what he does for his park is more trails. There is some spots with our challenging and all that, which is nice. And that's what Ollie's is also. There's a lot of trails, and within the trails, we build obstacles and we build different stuff. And there's some actually that are from the nature. Obstacle are nature made, in other words. And that's why sometimes we have events that's called No Hands of God, so you can't touch your truck. Other event is Family Fun Day. Family Fun Day, and I was talking to STCRC about that. Scale Truck Canada about that is that it's a family day. So there's no rules. So you can come with your little kids, and you can come with anybody from the family, the wife, the kids, anybody, and just have fun in the trails. There's no time limit. There's nothing. It's just go have fun. And you can even bring your bashers. So Family Fun Days is kind of interesting to actually do. But other than that, anybody else has gone to events? I know Big Head, actually, they do meets. You do some meeting with some people, but it's not really an event. Like you go where there's rocks and things like that.
Right. We compete, but it's just for fun, you know. There's no point system. We just all meet up.
Okay. And it's one guy that basically picks a line and the other guy tries to do the same thing.
Exactly right. Yeah. And we got each one of them named, each little hill, each little spot named. And there's one place that we go to, we find a new line every time.
Okay.
It's just the river floods, and every time it floods, it just moves rocks.
And did you ever attend any events?
No, sure have.
No.
I want to try a comp one day, but you know, I got a long way to go, I believe.
Thank you very much, Jay Huff. Thank you very much, Jay Huff, with a super chat. Cheers, all. Thank you very much. KBRC 13. Have you ever attended any events?
No, I haven't attended anything.
Is there any events near your area?
There probably is, but I haven't even looked up on. I know there's some
Okay.
crawling groups and stuff, but I'm a loner usually.
Okay, cool. John Martin is busy and things like that. So unless you want to talk a little bit,
Sure.
I know you've attended some of the big events by Axial, I think, eh?
Axial Fest the last 2 years, yeah.
Oops.
And how was that? How was the Axial Fest, and how was it organized, and what did you like and not like about it?
It's very well organized, but like I said, with the last 2 years, with everything going on in the world,
Yeah,
it was there was a lot of people there, but there wasn't very many vendors, because people obviously the vendors didn't want to travel, or didn't know if they'd pack up, make the plans to show up, and then everything get canceled. So hopefully the next year or two, it should be better. But like I said, Axial Fest is very well organized.
Okay. And they must have a lot, because that thing is so huge. They must have a lot of people organizing it also, like to direct you and to make sure you go to the right spot.
There's probably about 6 or 7 main people. And like I said, they're all over the place. Like I said, you got Parker from the G6. He's usually setting all the trails up and doing all that stuff and doing all the comps and racing and whatever else they're doing out in the gravel pit area here at Axial Badlands. And like I said, then there's like was it Trevor? I think Trevor is one of the lead guys from Horizon, and he's got like 4 or 5 other guys, and they're all over the place the whole entire weekend.
Okay.
And so I've also done a couple races at different tracks and stuff like that, but you know, that's nothing really huge. That's usually the same, 30 guys that I see everywhere else. So that's really not much of a big difference there.
Is there anything you did not like during the event, or something you didn't like during that
let's
event?
hear the first year it was way the hell too hot, and last year it flooded and poured on us like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, but the organizers can't do nothing about that.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying it would have been a little bit better, I think. I said this past year, it was kind of touch and go. They did have one guy with a food truck. It was kind of touch and go if they were open and running and this, that, and the other, if they were out of stock or something and had to go get something, but like I said, that's the main gripe right there. So the lack of vendors, but like I said, I'm not faulting the vendors because of what was going on in the.
Okay. RC Fun Diversion. I remember him, and he put a chat in there. He changed his name to Mr. JRCs, and he was asking earlier what happened to Green Frog, Axiomatic, and Basher Boy. And I told him they come in once in a while.
Green Frog was just in the chat.
Yeah, Green Frog comes in the videos once in a while. Basher Boy also comes in the video once in a while. They are more often in the chat. Axiomatic has kind of stepped back a little bit from YouTube, I find, and he doesn't come on the lives anymore as much as he used to. He just has fun right now with his son and the next door neighbor on the track, riding the buggies. But since the pandemic, that's when I noticed that he has not been coming out and doing stuff. So it's too bad. We miss him. We miss anybody that comes in. And I've told that to a lot of people. Radio control is a hobby, and people sometimes change their hobbies. I've seen so many people in the past year that are new to the radio control, but I've also seen people leave and actually come and go. Like they leave, just change their hobby. They go fishing, they buy a bike, they start. Anyways, it's different hobbies. So hopefully we'll see them there fun again. And yes, I do remember RC Fun Diversion. That was a cool name. Not sure why you changed it, but it's all good. If you actually put shout out in one word, it will put a link to your YouTube channel like that. People can actually go see you and see what you're about. So this is my favorite time of the year, Swampers RC says. USTE in Wilson, Florida. About an hour away from me. Oh, cool.
Williston.
Yes, I believe it is next weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that really has grown. What are they on now? They're 6 years, 6 years, I think.
I don't know.
Since the beginning, since the start, there was a lot of people, but it just blew up. Like last year, they doubled the area for the vendors, and this year I'm not sure what they're gonna have, but it's kind of cool to see how that place has evolved. That's for sure.
I think
If I remember
from what I
right-
remember hearing that this year they're actually doubling the size because they were running short on spots and area
Yeah.
last year.
Right,
So-
and if I remember correctly, Rob Matthews says this is year number 10,
10. Okay.
if I remember right.
Man,
Yeah, but
time's
he
flying.
did say that they are expanding the property so they can get more people, more vendors.
Yeah, but it's fun seeing the vendors there, and it's fun to buy stuff there. But it's the event I find is not just about the vendors; it's about the people. And there's so many great builders out there that build great stuff, and not all of them can actually go there, but a lot of them are trying to actually go there and see that event, which is kind of cool. Frank, do you think we will get a G6 Recon this year? The way things are going, I think they will, because they are reopening a lot of stuff. Quebec City is starting to reopen stuff. They're starting to say to get away from the mask thing now. They are reopening. A lot of provinces are reopening stuff. So if the organizer feels confident of coming here, I don't see why there's no reason for them not to do one. So it would be great if they actually come back this year. But it has to be planned soon, because if they want people, it has to be planned now. Otherwise, it's only going to be next year. And G Greens RC got himself a new low rider. The new Monte Carlo. He's got it. The main reason he got it because it's green.
Yeah, we've got two of them at the shop that I was supposed to do a video on when they showed up, but being sick, not being able to be there kind of makes it hard to do.
Okay. And just a second. And I did get my 2 lipos from Filthy Co RC, my winnings for winning his competition for Steve O'D. So a 2S and a 3S, the 4000 2S and a 5200 3S. I'm going to use these on my crawlers and other trucks. So that's going to be cool this summer, trying with these. And I will do a post, Filthy Co, on my YouTube. And I am thinking of doing a video to actually thank you and thank everybody that participate into the Tamiya build for Steve O'D. And I am thinking of doing one also, just for the hell of it, to start a build. And it might be with this one, like give a month to people. I'm not going to give them prizes. What I'm just going to do is send me the pictures and I'll do a video, a slideshow, just like Steve O'D used to do. He didn't give out prizes. He just did a slideshow at the end and thanked everybody for participating. Here's his build. Here's what he did, and so on. So it's just following the footstep that he started. That'd be cool. The lowrider looks so good. I tried to lick it. Steve Green says. It really doesn't taste like candy. Cool. Yeah, hopefully you'll bring it next time you come. And if you do bring it, I'll bring out my lowrider also, and we can just have fun on the grass in front of the area we usually have fun with. So, or right on the table, one or the other. I keep mine in the box. It's all sealed up in the box, and every time I take it out, I take the battery out, put it back in there. I do have to upgrade the. When I got it, they had an upgrade for the bumper and for the steering links. I did get all that. It's still in the bag. I have not installed those yet.
That's what I was going to say. Use your sumo table and have a dance off.
That's true. Or try to push him off. No, we're not going to do that. But it's a lot of fun. And that's one thing I want to try this year is do an event that is just about tough truck. In other words, a pulling contest, sumo, and a bunch of other little gadget things. I got that hill that I made. Kind of, it's the more I put it up, the angle changes. Everybody really enjoyed that last year. And while you're not doing the event, you can just hit the trails. So that's what some people were doing. They were just hitting the trails, and some people were participating in the other tough truck event. So that was a lot of fun. If you do a tough truck challenge, what would you guys enter, or what's the limit that you would do to your truck? In other words, would you do a tug of war on your truck?
I have.
Yep.
I've done tug of war. I've done sled pulls, rock crawls.
Slip pulls? What's a slip pull?
Sled pull.
Oh, sled pull. Okay.
The only thing I didn't do because I got there late was a mud run.
Okay.
Beanfield would do anything that's there.
I just won't submerge my rig.
Oh no.
Nope.
Let's go for a spin.
I am thinking of digging up a hole and doing like a mud run. I am thinking of doing that. It's going to be more work. I am thinking of doing a creek run, in other words. So it's basically you got to run the creek, run in the water as fast as you can from one point to the other. There is some deep spots, but what I want to try to tell the people is you can, if you decide to go by the side of the creek, only 2 wheels can come out of the creek. So at any time, you always have to have 2 wheels in the creek, and you got to go from point A to point B. But hopefully your rig has to be waterproof for you to try that. So, but those are like a creek run. There's the other thing is the silo. Have you ever guys see there's a silo and it's like a tug of war, but it's got grain on top. And then when you pull, if you pull it, it dumps everything on the other truck.
The pendulum pull.
Pendulum pull, yeah. There's a guy that actually has it in near Toronto. He was supposed to bring it this year, but he didn't, or last year because of the pandemic. He canceled that. So I want to actually build one. So my next door neighbor has a welder, and I'll look up on the videos what they have and try to build one. My God, what's going on, John?
The heck was that?
Hank, it seems that your neighbor has everything that you want.
Probably a
I have a
blender.
good neighbor.
The heated garage.
I have a good neighbor.
We've got to get your neighbor on the show.
Probably a blender.
He probably does have a blender, but I have my own, so I don't need to borrow that one.
This is what I'm playing with.
Oh, your motor. You're trying to see how fast it turns, and if you clock it.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a blender.
Just came in today, so I'm playing with it.
I think a slip hole requires a 6x6. What is a slip hole?
A tank trap type deal.
A tank trap? Okay.
That's what I'm guessing it is.
Tank trap or mud hole kind of thing? Mud run?
That's what I would think it was meaning.
Okay. Trying to read. There's a lot of AZ. Okay, AZ Froggy, you put that there.
Yep.
Okay. Bearing and gear.
Yeah. Out here, we got a lot of people that decorate with the pumice stones, especially in like the park areas and all that. And it gets ground down easy. And a lot of guys, when they do a water hazard, they go through that kind of an area. I don't want to get all that fine stuff in the bearings and gears and all like that.
Yeah, that's bad, but
That's the only reason.
Yeah, that's true, but it's fun. It's fun playing in the mud and in the water.
yeah.
But yes, you do have to worry about your bearings or any other stuff. It is a little rougher on the truck, so
Yeah.
maybe more maintenance. But
Oh, no, there's guys, they go
Maintenance.
through it, put new bearings in it, go through it again the next week and have to put new bearings in again. So
well,
that's,
I don't go through that extent. I change my bearing once they go. That's
well, no, when they go through the water and it's got that pumice in there,
okay.
that's, you have to do it. It just destroys them.
I can see if it's salt water. Salt water will really be hard on the truck. But if you really rinse your truck good right after you've run in salt water, you should be okay.
And we just got real hard water here.
Hard water.
Yeah. Yep. So that doesn't help anything either. Hey, we'll see.
RC Master says that's the beauty of RC. You run into full submarine mode, then strip it down, service, then you have it a fresh truck.
Yeah.
True.
I'm
Yeah,
fixing
most
to do
times.
that to mine. Take all the bearings out and just clean them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get a new set for my SCX10. After I pulled the servo out last night, I was looking at other things.
Oh, Spinner's
that,
got a big
Spin
can
Rush?
there. What's your
Yeah,
big
what's
can
that?
for?
Spray foam.
This is just what I'm able to pick up in Japan.
Oh.
Of course, I always have my WD-40, but just for when I'm cleaning bearings and just getting the grime off of stuff, I just use this parts and brake cleaner here.
Brake
Mm.
cleaner?
I just got this from a home center. It works,
Yeah.
cleans it up. So actually,
but-
while you guys are talking about it, yeah, that's what I'm about to do. I've got this car. You can't really see it because it's off screen, but I've got this all stripped down. I just changed the servo out on here, and now I'm gonna clean it up so that way it's ready to get back out on the track in about a week or so.
Yeah,
Gotta
but
get that carpet dust out of there.
Sorry,
Gotta get that carpet dust out of there.
carpet dust, yeah.
carpet is not that bad. That's why people like carpet. I mean, and yeah, there's some truth to that. I could throw a ball diff in here and put this out in the dirt, but yeah,
Hey,
that's what
Shen,
the big boys are for.
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, but brake cleaner is actually a degreaser,
Yes.
and so is WD-40.
No,
Yes.
no,
No.
WD-40 is not a degreaser. It's a water repellent. The main
It's brake
ingredient in
fluid.
WD-40 is fish oil.
Broken down brake oil.
Because I believe it breaks down the grease also.
Oh, it does break it down, yes, but it's not technically a degreaser.
Okay. But it is good for rust and all that. That I know it like
Yeah.
clears the rust and things like that. But it does eat away any of the grease or oil that would be there originally on your bearings. So you do have to be careful.
Yep.
That said, there is some WD-40 that are for greasing.
Yes.
It depends on what
Yeah.
the label of the can actually tells you it is.
Yeah, here it has it, just when you look at it on the can, I mean, it doesn't matter which country you're in. It's just right there in the can. It just defines itself as a multi-purpose product. So yeah, I agree with you there. But normally what I'm doing when I go into my Kim box, when it comes to the bearings, I have a couple of racing performance grease I like to put into the bearings, and also where's the other one? My favorite. Yeah, this is my favorite right here.
Yeah, but
I
too
have
much
them-
grease on the bearings slows it down.
I only use a little bit. I use it sparingly, but yeah, I like this Ninja Super Badass oil. This is good stuff, and I get a long spin. When I spin that wheel,
Okay.
I just love to see it go forever.
What's going on, Gabe?
Because I tried the experiment on a fidget spinner. Fidget spinner, you can open it up and it's all open bearings. And I put some oil in there and then I made it spin. And man, it did not spin a lot, like because it was full of oil, because I guess I put too much.
Yeah.
But then I used my air compressor to actually blow it while it was spinning. And then it started going a heck of a lot better. So
Yeah.
you do
I
have to-
kind
Well,
of
normally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bearings and I'm going to put them on a paper towel, apply this, and just let them sit there for a little bit and let it bleed through, then flip it over again, and then just kind of pat it down a little bit. Just, get the excess off. You only want to just get the job done, but I mean, that's just the way I do it. So, yeah. Just let it sit for some time.
The same thing with Kevin Gibbs says WD-40 is great for getting water out of a motor, which is true. My bashers, my slash and my stampede, every time I go in the water and every time I came back, I just took my can of WD-40 and everywhere there's a screw, I just put a little tiny dab, and like that they don't rust and it's easier for servicing. So WD-40 is great for that, I find.
Benny Rush, what was that stuff you were holding up? The name of it? Ninja, you said?
I like this one. It's called Ninja Super Badass Oil. I just picked this up from a hobby shop. And I've got another one here, Ultra Bearing Oil, but I like this black one better.
Anything with Ninja on it is badass.
Yeah, I got sold on the product name. They got me.
Yeah.
Especially from China. Especially from China or Japan.
It says Ninja, so it must be
Yeah.
quick.
Oh, trolls are out in force. I didn't even see that one.
Yeah, I already got that one.
Cool. Thank
I'll have to
you.
see if I get that on Amazon.
Yeah, as long as it's written bearing oil, you can put some, but you do have to be careful. Bearing oil will attract dust. So when you're going on your trail truck and there's dust, the dust will go on your bearing and get stuck to it and then slow it down, and then the dust is going to eat away your bearing. So you do have to be careful where you use it and how much you use.
But what do you put on it then? It doesn't, other than that stuff.
The way I do it is I do put some grease into it, but you got to clean your bearing. In other words, the oil is there to clean it. So as you put oil in there, it gets any of the dirt that's in there, it gets it out. It just washes it out. Once your bearing is done, you can run air into it or just keep spinning it, just so that because the faster you spin, it's called like a centrifuge, whatever's there gets out. So it gets your oil out, it gets everything out and all the dirt, and then your bearing is basically running almost dry. So it's better to dry your bearings before you run it, because then it doesn't attract dirt and it doesn't attract anything, and it actually gets your dirt out.
Right.
That's a nice little Team Lozy car you had there. Is that a sticker you put on the bottom of that Spin Rush, or does it come that way?
Oh, this one here? Yeah, this is a custom sticker. I forgot. RC Customs. Oh God, sorry. My apologies.
Man, that's a small chassis. What the heck is that?
Well, this is all in the chassis here for the chassis cover.
But that's a small chassis. What scale is that? That's not 110.
This is 14 scale 14? Mini B.
Okay. Mini B. Okay.
Yeah, and basically, I took out the stock servo saver that had a zip tie around it because there was too much slop in the steering, and so I just put in this Eco Power and put the aluminum servo horn on there as well. I don't know if you guys can see that because I'm using my iPad today, but yeah, there we go. I'm finding the camera. Yeah, so I just put that in there now. And now it's just a point, it's just cleaning it up. That's it. Clean it up and then retune it. And I put the transponder back in here as well.
Can we get a petition going to ban bushing in kits?
Yeah. No kidding.
It's called an upgrade. So, but yeah, it does make sense. But hopefully Tamiya will stop that. I don't know how much money, because they sell millions of kit a year. So when you think about it, it makes sense for them to do it. And not everybody runs their car daily, in other words, or as often as some other people. So sometime a bushing is good enough. If you want to take that car out once a year or once every 2 years, bushings are good.
That's my CRX.
That's your CRX?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I didn't see it. Where's that?
It's just back on the shelf.
Okay.
I can grab it real quick if you want to see it.
Sure. Oh, yeah, I always love to see your cars.
You got them beer goggles on again.
RC Basher Boys there. There's different
14
types
scale.
of
14 scale. Okay.
There you go, Spin Rush.
Oh yeah, she's a beauty. One of my friends had one of those, a CRX, when we were in Cali. He loved that car.
That's on what
New-
chassis?
I'm sorry,
What chassis?
MO5.
MO5.
And the new, that new Alpina that me is coming out with, that orange one, it's got the same exact wheels, but the centers are like a orange color with the chrome lip.
Yeah, you know those body posts, you can cut them down.
I know,
You are allowed.
I just haven't done it yet. Because if I get a different body to run it, so I don't wreck this one, I want to have a little more room still, and I haven't decided on what body I want to look for. Once I do that, then I'll cut them.
RC Basher Boy says there's a lot of different type of bearing in the market, from
Oh, yeah.
basic bearing to rubber sealed bearing and ceramic bearing, which is true.
Yeah.
And they all vary in prices, but as soon as you get in ceramic bearings, they're friggin' expensive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Guru, did you attend any events this year, or you usually go with Trail Crawler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just the urban crawl we did. And we're talking to doing another one.
And the urban crawl, you just went downtown in some areas, or what did you guys do?
We weren't in our city. We were in
We went down around Kent State University.
Okay.
So we were in just basically a college area where it's loaded with bars and restaurants and a lot of people on foot.
Cool. And what type of RCs did you guys bring?
Trail trucks, crawlers,
Okay.
That was when I met
Trailer.
Her Majesty right there behind him.
I knew
Okay.
that was
The
coming.
Majesty.
This truck was sitting on a trailer all night. It's kind of hard to carry an 18-pound truck on your back and a trailer.
That's why you drive it.
That's what I did. I drove it with the other truck on it.
Ah.
So I couldn't drive that one.
True, true. I'll come back to your question in a bit, RC Master. How many people actually attended your event? How many people showed up for the urban crawl?
I think there was 5 or 6 of us.
Yeah, like 5 or 6.
Yeah, some of the guys that wanted to come ended up backing out. They wound up having other things that their significant other wanted to do.
Last year,
That's
or
fine.
last year, or the year before, I brought my on-road there, and some people says, "Well, we can bring on-road." I go, "Of course you can. You can bring anything you want." So then the year after, some people were coming with their on-road cars, because you just have fun with whatever you have, like semi trucks, on-road cars, whatever. So bring what you got. So it was a lot of fun. RC Master asked a question, serious question. What is it with Tamiya fan leaving body posts that length? I fear they will never decide on a body because they never cut them.
Well,
I've seen that a lot.
Yeah.
I've seen.
Yeah. I've seen it too. It's a lot of guys that do it. They build it out of the box as the factory sends it, and they don't want to touch it other than that.
Yeah. Maybe it's a value thing, but in the manual it tells you to actually cut it. So
yeah,
it's odd that some people actually just leave the body posts very long. Me, I try to get rid of the body posts, and that's exactly what I did with this guy. Like, I put magnets on there, got rid of the body post hole is covered by these guys, and at the back I put a cover. So now everything is magnet, and I can turn it around and nothing falls. So I hate body posts. I hate pins.
Curtis D, we haven't heard from you yet. So what have you been up to?
Not much. Not
Do you-
much. Just can't wait to get out and do some crawling.
Do you do event or participates in event in your area?
Yeah, our local hobby shop here, they're a really cool shop. They do it. They're real into the crawling and stuff, and they like to put on an event probably once, twice a month during the summer here.
Okay.
different places.
And what
Pretty
type
fun.
of events do they do? Crawling or city walks or crawling?
I mean, they do even urban crawls. I mean, they do and then they go. We got a place they call the Gorge. It's like a rock crawling area, real fun. And yeah, and then like during the winter, there's a few indoor courses around here. But
What city or state is this?
Iowa. I'm just like outside of Cedar Rapids. I don't know if you're familiar with there.
Not a chance.
It's just like here, there in Ottawa, there's a bunch of tourist things that you can do. Even the Native American, there's a Native American tour that you can actually do. And you walk around downtown area and they bring you different buildings and different parks and they talk about it. And it's a walk. And I said, hey, wouldn't it be great if we just bring our RCs and you bring everybody together to do that tour, to learn what's going on, but actually just walk around the RCs and then you stop, you listen to the girl, and then you go to the next spot. So it's just to bring the family out, but to have fun with the RCs at the same time and learn. So we're supposed to do it, but we haven't done it yet.
Pretty cool.
Curtis, do I see a capper on the bench?
I do. Yep, you do. I was just messing around with it.
I'll spotlight you for everybody.
You've got that done now, right?
Yeah. It's all done. I'm actually just messing around with it.
Okay.
Put rock lights and all that under it.
Screen so small.
I don't know. It says Curtis D's bandwidth is low, so it can't go full screen.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you feed your gerbils today?
Right. I don't know. I wonder why I'm doing that.
I don't like iceberg lettuce. It's not filling. You got to use romaine.
So what do you like about the events that you go to and what don't you like from your hobby shop?
The biggest thing I would have to say is coordination. It's fun to go and just everybody do whatever they want, but it's kind of, when you have a bunch of people together, it's nice to have somebody have a little bit of at least like a schedule going, keep things going in the right direction for everybody.
Yeah.
I found that at one of the events they tried to host, and it was just kind of not so fun.
That's one thing I want to start doing is actually doing a time. In other words, we start at a certain time. That is not a problem. But the end time is I've never scheduled an end time. In other words, at 4:00, we're done. Everything. It's usually, okay, there's some stragglers in the trail, so we'll wait. There was one year that there was some stragglers in the trails, but there's a group of 4 people or even 6 people that had to leave. And we were there yelling at it, come here, come on, there's some people that wants the prize. And then they had to leave anyways, and then they gave us their ticket, and they said, if we win something, give it to this guy, he was going to bring it to me. So I am trying to schedule more things. In other words, we start at that time, we have lunch at that time, because sometimes we don't supply lunch, but we do have a barbecue. And then we say at 4:00 it's done, or at 3:30 is the prizes. So that's what I'm trying to do this year, is actually make more of a schedule like that, people know how much time they have on the trails. And after 3:30 or 4:00, whatever I decide, if they want to keep going, they're more than able to actually go.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing when I did my events, is I would start them at 9:00. We're hitting the trail. And once we got on the trail, I planned on everything to be done by 3.
Okay.
From 9 to 3 is a long time to be out there driving around.
Yeah.
And 3:00, everybody was back at the tent, did our raffle. Once the raffle was over, if you wanted to stay, you can go back out and kill your batteries all night long if you wanted. And, if you wanted to go home, that was up to you.
Yeah, that's one thing I got to start doing is every time I put an event, I say we start at 11 or we start at 10. People get there at 10 or they get there at 10:15 or whatever. So I got to start an hour before now. So I'm going to have to do that and call it registration. And then
Yep.
trail run starts at that time after. So give them about an hour for everybody to come, and then we start the event.
Sign up at 9.
Sign up, yeah.
Event starts at 10.
I'm just wondering how much time to leave them, leave people to arrive. An hour, 30 minutes. An hour is not bad. More than that is too long.
An hour is plenty.
Yeah.
You know, and especially for where I do mine, you know, it
Mhm.
takes me 45 minutes to get there, about a half hour or so to get everything set up. And then by then, everybody's starting to come in. And I know for where I do the event, it's not close to everybody. So I give everybody at least an hour plus to get there.
Mhm.
And I do post it a week in advance, so
Yeah.
people are aware of when and where it is.
Yeah. I like starting early, but I find like 9 o'clock is a little too early for some people. I do have other people that I actually have to drive 2 hours to get to my place, to get to
Right.
Holly. So if I say my thing starts at 9 o'clock, that means they got to leave their place at 7, which means they got to load the car maybe at 6 a.m. So that's a friggin' long day for them. So I do have to watch that, but people have been good. They've been showing up at the time I've been telling them, so it's good. G Greens RC, that's one of the guy that basically, well, it's about an hour and 15 minutes for him to get to my place.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun. Pre-do magnifies, yep. You pre-do the trail. What?
Yeah, pre-run the trail to
Okay.
determine how long it's going to take to go through the trail.
Yeah, I've done that last year for Beat the Clock. So Beat the Clock, which was fun. I basically run the trail, but then I had a limit that people had to hit. In other words, if you came in within that limit that I set for the trail, which I think was 45 minutes on one trail and an hour and a half on the other one. So if you did it too quick, you're too fast. But if you took too long, then you didn't win either. So it's whoever was closest to the time that I predetermined. So that was kind of cool. And some people did win it. G Green says, I load my car the night before. Yeah. He's got a lot of stuff. He brings a lot of stuff to the event. He's got his table. He actually brings his scale garage with him. So he's got a table and he's got his walls and he's got all his scale items for his scale garage. He packs all that and then he puts it on this table. So that's
Yeah,
dedication.
I usually empty my room the night before into my truck.
Okay.
So all I have to do is go out and leave.
Yeah, like where I hold my event, it's not bad. You can set a table, but if you're in a public park and everybody leaves, it's like you cannot have a tent. So it makes
Right.
it a different event. So trying to make sense of some people. I haven't been following the thing.
Oh, I see Sean's there, Tony's there,
Tony. Oh yeah.
Big Red, XJ.
Okay. Joe Girding's there. Queenie's there.
Oh,
Kevin Gibbs still there.
I've been looking down doing a bunch of stuff, so I missed a bunch
Okay.
too.
Yeah, I've been keeping up on it.
Okay, cool.
Looking at everybody. Right now, everybody's been kind of talking amongst themselves.
Ooh.
Now, hopefully this year I'll be able to get another event going. I'll be able to, hoping I could convince them into letting me do it.
Is there other parks outside of the city that you might have better lucks with, or?
With that one, it's a national park, so it's a lot easier to do something with the national park than it is just a city park.
Okay.
And our city parks are run by the Metro Park system, which same thing, you have to go through and submit for a permit. and you're only allowed in a certain area for a certain amount of time. They put a time restraint on everything.
That's one thing I never realized or thought of, because to me it's a public park. So that means I can go there and do anything I want. But because I'm creating an event, theoretically, then I should register it with the people that actually runs the park,
Right.
in theory.
Yeah. Anytime you host an event, they want you to contact them to let them know, hey, I'm holding an event here, whether it's a charity event or just a get together for people.
Okay.
And then
The
they
Rochester,
can come and police the area for you and make sure nothing's, being done out of their rules or
Gotta do an event.
restrictions.
Got to do an event this year. It's going to be called the Guru's RC event. It's a charity event to help him buy some stuff from his main supplier.
Okay, I like that. I'll walk back just in time.
Darn, he was gone. I was hoping you didn't hear that, but he did.
No, I'm just in the shirt room, which is right there. I can hear y'all clearly.
Sponsored by Amazon.
Yeah.
Right.
But I find that Amazon USA has way more stuff than we do here, for now, anyways. But hopefully he's going to change. Queenie says, yeah, Dennis, I want to go if you do. If you create an event, I guess.
I'm hoping to get an event together. If not, what I'll do is just create, and it's not going to be registration or donation. It's just going to be just a big get together, just like a channel meetup is what I could call it. When I post it, big channel meetup here in Ohio, and the more channels, the better. Everybody can just come hang out and enjoy and get as much content for their channel as they want.
Do they have paint for the rocks that is good for the environment? Do you know? Like biodegradable paint or something?
They've got some that's basically a spray on chalk.
Yeah,
They have spray chalk, and then they have regular sidewalk chalk.
You do have to watch though with some of those, because we've had it happen here. Guys will use that and it will stick extremely well to it, and it's very hard to clean off.
Yes.
Stick to what?
The rocks.
The rocks?
Yep. And it's very hard to clean off.
Because
Grant Brad is choosing not to come in tonight. Said he's not feeling well.
heartbroken.
Yeah. So you will not see Brad
whisper.
tonight. He's not feeling well, so he decided to take the day off.
We'll miss you.
Hopefully
Like a
he's
sharp
listening.
stick in the eye. Did I say that out loud?
Nah, that's not nice.
I thought I was talking to myself when I said that.
Note,
I wonder what kind of. Go ahead, John.
Note to self: free talking out loud is not always good.
So Guru's RC's making shirts. I wonder if he's going to make some other funny looking shirts.
Guru, you have to show Sean the shirt that you're going to be sending him.
No, that'd be a surprise.
I wonder if he's still in the chat though. He was there earlier, but I don't know if he's there yet. Hey Rex RC, how you doing?
Rex.
What's going on, Rex?
Hello.
Yes, don't forget to thumbs up the video. It really helps the algorithm. What are we up to now? 36 watching, 32 thumbs up. Thank you very much. And just refresh, and now I got to hit skip the ad. Yeah, 37 watching and 32 thumbs up. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. Really appreciate it.
Speaking
weird
of
on-
algorithms, something really strange is going on with my internet feed or my YouTube feed.
Oh, yeah,
I can watch any video, even stuff that's not related to RC, and the next video is always Harley's designs and the event that he has going on. And I don't know why. I mean, it's totally unrelated. I'm looking at a video of goldfish, and then the next video is a Harley design video. Every time. I don't know if please in the comments there, let me know if that happens to you, but that's what happens to me. So again, for a lot of people that come and like, I don't see Queenie's videos, I don't see Curtis D's videos so much. They're not getting into my feed still. It's totally dominated by Harley designs right now. I don't know why that is.
Because you watch a lot of Harley designs. Could that be it?
No. I mean, I've watched his show once when he was putting together the Vanquish. And then after that, you know, I tend to watch pretty much everybody on YouTube as much as I can. But sometimes some other person's feed gets like, it just monopolizes your content, your feed, what you're exposed to, your algorithm.
Yeah, it's supposed to. But maybe it's because you search for that name and now that's the only one you got there and you haven't searched for other ones. I don't know.
I'm all over the place with my content that I watch. But again, yeah,
Same here.
I'm curious with other people, well, you know, what they experience.
It's always his live feeds of him and his wife.
Okay. Hey, OxRC, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. He says he finally made it to a stream. He's a guy on TikTok with the same name. And it's kind of cool what he does with his RCs, especially the 124th one. He kind of goes like this with the steering and makes it talk and do other things. Anyways, it's kind of cool. Go check him out, OxRC. So go to channel. What does this channel look like? Of course, YouTube is giving me trouble again.
When wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's telling me it doesn't exist. Terrible. Thank you, YouTube. Channel / VOX. What? No. When you click on the three little dots, it's supposed to bring you to that, but it gives me a bad stream does not exist.
There, Sean, you said something about 124th and he pops up.
What?
So there's his logo. Construct. He's built a cool little track for the 124th, but he has no video. But 245 subscribers. I will subscribe to you once you put videos. Until then, I won't.
Subscribe if he subscribed to me.
Just say he's got that many subscribers, no videos, and you know.
Yeah. And some people do post videos and they have a problem getting up to 100.
Feels bad. Hashtag feels bad.
Who's bad?
It's just a common thing. Hashtag feels bad recently. Like when you hear something, you know, negative, like
Unknown, what's going on?
So Guru, do you want to show Sean your special shirt you wore on Tamaya Tuesday? Or you want to make it a surprise for him when he gets it?
He can check the video out. Player One Custom Fits dropped his first video today.
Oh, Player One Custom Fits?
Yes.
Does he have one of your shirts?
That's me.
Oh.
He's got one of your shirts.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. All my shirts.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that Player One Custom Fits was your shirt. Or was your YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's why I always say Player One Custom Fits on IG. You go straight to Instagram and see me. Boom.
Okay.
Your crawler. Oh, that's not nice.
sure.
Now you're probably talking right now. I do have the audio off.
That's cool.
There it is.
Oh, boy.
Girl Crowder RC, gray and blue.
Mhm.
So if you want shirts, you can contact him, and he can make you shirts and things like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you, thank you.
Boy, them little cubes are looking empty already.
Because I need to fold all them damn boxes up and put them in the cube.
Player one
That's
custom
it.
shirt.
So
Is it-
order it now. I love Radio Shack Tuesdays.
Yes.
Player one custom shirts. Is that the name of it?
Shirts.
Custom fits.
Player one shirts.
Player one custom fits.
Player
Custom.
one custom fits. On Instagram?
Yeah. And
And it's Playa one custom fin. I'll show you again. So you got to spell it this way.
Oh my God. Ain't no wonder I can't find it.
Playa. Playa.
player.
Player.
Leave it right there for a minute.
I'm going to leave it right here for a minute.
You gotta know the lingo, big head.
I got a picture of it. I add it later when my fingers ain't.
A
sore.
redneck player.
Player custom fits on IG.
Yes, player one.
Oh, that's your YouTube. That's on YouTube.
That's my YouTube, but I got one on IG as well and Facebook. I just put my Facebook in there.
Is it?
Player one.
Are all of them the same name?
They wouldn't let me do ONE on Facebook, so I had to do WON. So it's player one.
Okay.
Geez, already.
Oh yeah.
Yeehaw. Took my tank out for some snow digging. Not the tank, but the
What's
Wow.
that?
No
Instagram?
snow days, kids.
yeah, no more snow days, kids.
That's on Instagram.
Yeah. The tank RC. Just want to search for your thing, see if it's there.
Yeah, take the on IG off.
Take the on IG off.
Yeah. There you go. Yes.
So that's some of the work you've done.
Yes, sir.
Ah,
So Playa one custom fits.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
put that into the chat here so people can actually go to your Instagram.
And there's my Facebook right there. Player one.
You do glasses, you do a whole bunch of different stuff.
Guru, if I send you a picture, you do it for me
Uh,
on
Even
a shirt.
shoes.
yeah, I did my wife's shoes
Okay.
with the cancer when she rang the bell.
Some happy weed here.
Yeah.
Gassed up.
Gassed up and ready to go.
Look out now.
And that's my wife erotic toy room in case y'all want some adult toys, you know what I'm saying?
This one?
No, her say light bite erotic toy room down at the bottom. Down at the bottom, right there, light by.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And 11
yeah.
others, yeah. That's my wife. She said yes.
Exotic toy room.
Yep, erotic toy room.
We are not going to go to the website, but if you guys want to go to the website, you can.
Yeah, she has to fix her website, I believe.
She have to fix it. She didn't fix it since last time.
Nah,
Okay.
So is that a yes or a no?
I'd have to see the picture.
Okay.
Drawing,
I was looking
no
at
problem.
electric snowblowers to
It's a
mount on my
painting.
SX6.
That might be a slight problem,
Okay.
but hit me up. Hold on. Because I wanted, me and my brother was talking about that school bus this morning.
What about the school bus?
I was telling him about it.
Okay.
Because he was talking about he has a truck, and I was telling him how people do one-to-ones,
Okay.
and that he wanted to put a snowplow on his, and I was telling him that that you did that to a school bus.
Okay.
He was laughing, talking about it. But I wanted to tag him in it. I didn't know you posted it. I'm not really on here like that.
Yeah, I think sometime the shorts and things like that, I post them more on Instagram and other thing. I got to start posting more of my shorts into YouTube also. And I do have to make a video. I do have footage of it doing donuts and doing other things than just what you saw there. Those are just a 2 little slow motion I did with it. It's kind of a teaser, but I do have to edit my other video. John Martin, you need a hammer, he says.
That I do, but I'm on a plastic table, so I was making do with what I had.
Hey, Kurt.
Kurt's here. How are you doing, Kurt?
Can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you. We still can't hear you.
Oh, your microphone next to your face is red.
Yeah, it's probably from the headset that it's muted. Now it's blue.
Why?
Blue. Why can't you hear me?
Oh, Kurt.
Because the problem is between the keyboard and the chair.
So between the two earpieces. What's up, guys?
You got lots of stuff, man. A good video.
You're breaking up, KBRC.
Kurt got lots of stuff. That was a good video. He unboxed some stuff today or yesterday.
Oh yeah, the Christmas gift box.
I haven't seen that one.
All the goodies.
All his drag stuff he won.
Yeah.
Hey, Bubbles, how you doing?
I thought you got a pit mat out of that deal.
I did. It was the first thing I unboxed.
I must have turned away and didn't see that come out.
Yeah, that was right after
Radio Shack.
I showed the stickers.
Okay. We've been talking about events and what you like about events, or if you actually attend events. Do you actually attend some events in your area?
For
Radio control, carpet race.
yeah, I race on Saturday.
On
Go to
Saturdays,
the
you race?
races for the asphalt track with the infraction.
Now, is that an oval track that they've made?
No, it's a road course track.
Road course?
Wow,
Yeah.
Hey,
I actually have a couple of videos on my channel for it.
And they race. How was I going to mention that? You have a timing system and all that?
Yeah, you got to counter how many laps you do, how fast you go. So you
And
do,
which area do they usually do it? Is it a school? Is it a mall? What is it?
No, it's a parking lot behind a restaurant.
Behind a restaurant? Okay.
So it's actually a transponder. It's actually all fenced in, and so nobody can go on it unless the guy comes and opens it up.
Spin Rush has my lap in his
There's
hand.
a MyLab's transponder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use
my
these
lap.
in my cars. These work really well. They're pretty much universal now.
Yeah.
Just
I-
expensive.
I want to get
100.
that system, but it's friggin' expensive to buy the counter for it. It's like $3,000 to buy it.
Oh,
The
and-
one we use is a lot cheaper and the transponder's only 20 bucks each.
Yeah, what are you using, the iLapse?
Yeah,
Infrared?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. System works great.
Because I'd love to start doing a on-road series of just like I want to do bring what you got. In other words, stock, or in other words, call it stock. So it's just brushed and it's a car that's stock. I know some cars come brushless, but I want to do a stock brushed and stock brushless class. So then it doesn't depend on how heavy your pocket is, because I find sometimes people really throw a lot of money on their car. They might have $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 in their car, and they handle super nice. And then they're racing against this little guy that's just starting into it and is never going to go up to that height. So I want to do a stock class just for the fun of it.
The Red Cat Lightning STKs are great for that,
Oh yeah,
or even the Euro trucks.
Euro trucks. Yeah, that's true.
Those are two of our most popular classes for either road course or oval.
Brian G, hello Tank. You just popped on YouTube first time. Cool. Glad you found me.
So AZ, that device you're doing, it just counts laps, or does it do laps and speed or
Lap
time?
speed. Well, it does your time, lap time. It does lap counting. If you set it up right, you can get a speed out of it. It
Yeah,
does a
but-
whole bunch of stuff.
To get the speed, you have to enter the parameters of how long your track is.
Yeah.
So if you enter the track length, then it knows how many seconds you've taken to do that, and it can actually determine what speed you were running at.
Yep.
The average speed, in other words.
Yeah, it doesn't give immediate speed.
So everybody that races has a response, one of them on your cars, and
a
it
transponder.
reads it going around. Yeah, that's cool.
And you register it at the beginning of the race. You come at the desk and you say, my name is whatever, and I have transponder, which is the little red thing,
Number.
or different color. And it's number 45B6 or whatever. They all have numbers and letters sometimes.
Ours are usually a 4-digit number.
Okay. And some of them work RF and some of them actually work IR, which means you got to set it up close to the windshield in front so it actually points up.
Yep. That's
So
that's what we have is the IR. So you got to have it pointed up.
So basically,
Okay.
with this one here, with this mini B here, I'm moved. Of course, I changed the servo today, but basically, I'm going to just mount that transponder right there on top of that servo, if you can see it, and that's the perfect position for it.
yeah, a lot of people puts it in the front of the car, like where the servo is, and even some other people puts it even farther up in the front. For the simple reason is when you're finishing the race head to head, your transponder is going to go in front of the other one, depending where you place it.
Yep.
Prime example. That's where I got mine right there. And this is a MRT.
that's in my infraction. It's all the way up there on top of the radio, the receiver box up front.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I guess you can take them off, put on the other cars too, right?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually have little brackets that you can slide it into and put those little brackets in each car.
And you can have it usually goes on your auxiliary channel. The only thing it takes is power from it.
Yeah.
So you only have a red and black. So
I take a scrap piece of Lexan, cut it down, and I'll affix it under the body right at the windshield, and it'll be right there on Velcro. So if I need to change it or pull it off, I can just pop it off there and no problems.
And then it goes all what I guess then it goes all to a laptop, and then you can figure out who won and all that shit. That's pretty cool, man.
Brian G. Sherwood, I am located in Canada, to be in Ottawa, Canada, about 30 minutes outside of Ottawa, Canada. So in Ontario.
They actually have like a live feed that you can go onto and check it on your phone as you're going.
Yeah,
Nowadays.
I got my phone up right now. And so I believe the app, at least the one for my laps, is called Speed Hive. And that one right there, once you click on that, I don't know if I'm spotlight, if you guys can see that, but okay, yeah, I had just agreed to that really quickly. Okay, apparently it's been updated. All right, so yeah, okay, skip that. But yeah, it'll list all the races or the practice that you've done recently, and also you can tune into different tracks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, mine's called
Yeah.
Live RC.
Yeah, Live RC.
Yeah. The problem with that is whoever organizes your event, the track, in other words, has to be registered with Live RC,
Yeah.
and the result will be uploaded directly to them. That's
Yeah, and
kinda
you can
cool.
send that link to, like, I can send that link to you guys as we're doing live videos. You can watch live videos and live
Standing.
interaction.
Yep.
Yeah, speaking of which, by the way, with the MyLaps, for those guys who are wanting to still continue to promote their channel or at least record their runs, you can add these YouTube videos to the app as well. So under my profile, I've added certain videos here about my car, and it's just right there for anybody to see.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and that's
some serious stuff.
yeah.
Sean asked the question.
It's
why don't
not
you
one
put
of
it
them.
on the front spoiler, have a front spoiler on your vehicle and put it on the spoiler, because you hit it first time and it's going to destroy it.
Yeah, it's
You need to have a
gone.
little bit of protection.
Yeah, you don't want to fall on us. It costs anywhere from $100 to $150 for one of those.
Yeah, for the MyLaps.
For the little tiny, it's only about that big.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Stupid expensive.
Cool. Brian is about 3 hours from me. He's at Lake Placid. Cool. I've actually had some guys from Lake Placid and New York actually come down, and actually at my event that I host here actually came down for the event. That was fun. We were well over 30 people that day at the event. It was fun. From Toronto, from New York, there was a lot of different people. It was interesting.
Cool.
Player one is asking if Queenie is jumping in.
The after show. Yeah, the after show.
Yeah. Beyond the border. Cool. Oh, it's cute. He says he missed you last night. He didn't even say that to me. He said it to you, but not me. Aw.
I bet right now she's turning red.
Yeah, maybe. Crazy.
Yeah, Dirt came.
Yep.
He slid through. Tony slid through later on, in the after show.
Yeah, I went for a nap.
Yeah, I was going to jump in, but I was burnt out.
You just look burned right now.
I feel burned right now.
Yeah, your face. Yeah.
I was out in the backyard when I got home cleaning up.
Oh, yeah. I went to bed at 10 o'clock. Well, 10, fell asleep on the couch. 11 o'clock, woke up, went to bed. And then I was up at 4 o'clock, couldn't sleep anymore because I went to bed too early. Like, darn.
Now, here's a dumb question since I'm tearing apart a motor. How do I get this rear bearing out of this end bell cap?
Very carefully.
Right?
You can stick bread dough in there.
Yeah.
Bread dough.
Bread.
Bread dough. Bread.
Just bread. Take bread and roll it up into a little tiny ball, stick it in there, then take the end of the, keep pushing it in there with the end of the spindle.
Mm-hmm.
And just, it'll work its way underneath and pop it out. Just keep doing that.
You can do it Play-Doh. You can do it with all sorts of stuff with grease.
Wow.
This is the tool I use right here. This will just fit in, and then I just kind of add a little lateral pressure to it, and then it'll pull the bearing right out.
Yeah, but how does that go through? That has to go through a hole though.
You got, yeah, it's got to go in.
But that doesn't have a hole in it
Yeah,
though.
it don't have a
His
hole.
doesn't have a
But-
hole.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
I got just this, and the backside's a solid.
Yeah, so just
I
take
Oh,
I
take
use
a
a
slice of bread.
use a dental
You-
pick. The
the
dental
picks
pick
work.
that are curved. That's what I
Mhm.
use, and I put it on one side and torque it a little bit. Put it on the other side, torque it, and I just keep working the just like he's got.
Yeah,
But even the one that are a little
a little
shorter,
smaller and short. Yeah.
so that I can actually go in the hole and I just pry it just one side, and then it takes
well,
time, but you can actually do it.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I was looking
spin rush.
for.
Spin Rush is throwing all these ninja tools out at everybody.
Right.
RC Athlete says we had a guy from Washington at Joe's comp. He drove 30 hours of driving to go to the competition.
Dang.
Wow.
Wow.
I thought an hour and a half was long for me.
Oh, when I go to the G6, it's a 3.5 hour, almost 4 hour drive to go to the G6, the Canadian
For
G6.
one day, or do you stay
For
the
one day.
weekend? One day.
Well,
Wow.
that one, no, that's a weekend. So you
No.
actually arrive there,
So-
you sleep, and then the next morning you go to the event.
That's not too bad then.
So it's a campsite, so you have a tent, and I'm getting old to sleep on a
On the ground.
tent.
Yeah.
Blow up mattress.
Yeah, we have a tendency to get up a lot slower now.
Yes.
We won't go there.
And a lot
Or not,
more too.
not even get up. Roll around. I'm stuck.
And getting dressed on the ground, like that's
Yeah,
tough.
I gotta
sucks.
pee and I'm stuck on the ground.
I know, all hungover. I'm still drunk. I can't get up.
I went to Canadian Tire and I found a nice little stool that folds up, and that's about that high. That's friggin' nice little stool that I found. I like that one. It's nice to have at the event. People saying hi to everybody.
Where is Lau?
He's just hanging out in the chat.
Yeah, Lyle's in the chat. He says he can't speak tonight.
He doesn't have any beer.
Yeah, probably doesn't have any beer.
Whiskey.
He's out of beer.
I randomly found Lau and I was watching one of RC Sparks videos.
Oh, yeah?
And then I saw Lau down there in the garage with him. I was like, "Wow, that's Lau right there." I was like, okay. But yeah, that was the first time I was like, okay, yeah, Lau really likes to have fun. He has to have a good time.
Yeah.
I said he's in his chair.
What's the chair?
Do it.
Jake, the cool people are in the chat. I don't think so, Jake.
Don't you forget it, little kid.
Yeah, I tried to invite Jake last night, but I guess it was past his bedtime.
Yeah. Did mommy tell him to go to bed?
Yeah.
Bubbles says I've gotten dressed on the roof before. I'm not sure I did that, but roof of a car, roof of a house. A roof, yes, but a ceiling, no. That's a little tough on the ceiling.
I want to play with the big boys.
Kevin Gibbs, camper with AC. That's the way to go. Yes, a camper with an AC, like a Winnebago.
Glamping.
I used to have a camper. I just sold it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love to go in.
I'm regretting it now.
Now you're gonna go to all the events. You got your camper.
I don't do that kind of events.
So talking about events, what type of events is the next events for you guys? Well, what's the next events? Carpet racing, you spin rush. Are you going to a race soon, or are you just going to go practice with people?
Actually, we have every month on the second Sunday of the month is off-road racing. And I don't know if I'm going to get my car on the track for that race, but I may go out there just to support my friend, just to work in his pit corner and just hang out with him for a little bit. But yeah, we have them every month. So
How can that be off-road racing when it's on carpet?
Hey, I didn't invent it. I didn't
There's no
invent
dirt.
but yeah, it's fun. We do have some major events coming up. They're trying to plan as much as they can, but yeah, it's just I like the local club races because that's when the guys are there, man, and we just all hang out and it's good to see them. That's about it.
Technically, it is off-road.
Cool.
Yeah, it's off-road. I mean, I understand why people like it better. I mean, the traction is there.
Yep.
Obviously to keep the cars clean. You
Clean
know,
air.
and doesn't matter what the weather is like. It doesn't matter if it's winter, summer, hot, cold, rain, typhoon. We're racing. We're gonna do it. So
Cool.
I'm with that.
Anybody else going to some events on the weekend or soon?
As far as I know, depending on how I'm feeling, supposed to be working at the shop, and it's our normal race Saturday, so I'll be working in there until closing time and might go out and run a few laps.
Okay, so that's the race you usually attend outside.
Yeah, I haven't been to in months.
Cool. People in the chat, who's going to USTC this year?
USTE.
USTE, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Ultimate
We know,
scale.
we know Sean is.
RC Voodoo's going.
Yeah, Daniel's going because Sean's picking him up.
Cool.
I go to a bashing event.
Oh, that's always fun.
And a whole bunch of us get together and bring ramps and I think we're going to a BMX track.
Okay. Oh, the ramps you guys use are awesome. They're
Yeah.
very nice metal ramps and things like that. So that's cool.
Yeah.
You gotta get
Unknown RC said he's going to USTE, which he came into the stream last night.
Yeah, he came into the stream last night. And he was saying that he showed off a couple of his little
cool.
crawlers and whatnot.
RC Voodoo's got his hand up for USTC. USTE, I mean. Cool. Well, hopefully you guys are going to take a lot of videos and say hi to my buddies from GCM Racing. They're going to.
Should be a stowaway in their luggage.
Yeah. Well, he's got a Winnebago. 1 year I want to go with him. I want to go there. My problem, my job doesn't permit me in February, March. I cannot take days off. So, and they drive there. So that means they're going to take a couple days off at the beginning and then a couple days to come back. So that's maybe 4 or 5 days. I theoretically cannot take days off. So, because it's what's called government year end for us and it's the busiest time of the year. So no USTE for me for now, for a little bit. Maybe when I retire, I'm going to go there.
I got a feeling the only way I'll get to go is if I'm in Florida for another reason.
Okay.
Yeah, that's way too far for me.
Yeah.
Well, too far. How much a drive is it for you guys?
It's 2 to 3 days for me.
2 to 3
It
days.
says different than that for like you GPS it. It'll say it's only so many hours, but the way my body does, I can't do it in one shot.
Okay. I mean, it's about 12-hour drive, I think.
No, it's more than that. It's more than that, Tank.
Which place is it at again?
Williston, Florida.
Tony,
Phyllis?
you're awful white.
I was going to say because it's almost I think 16 or 17 hours from where I was in New York down that way. So
Yeah, it's about 11 for me.
yeah.
Did y'all take care of Nadia?
No. For me, it says 1 day and 6 hours, but that's also
1 day and 14 hours for me. That's straight though.
Yeah.
2,654 miles.
Yeah, I got to
Might
do it
take
at
care of
minimum 2
Nadia.
days.
Gone.
Thank you.
What's up, Tony?
Hey guys.
What's up, Tony?
Oh,
Sorry,
here-
joined late.
So here's Florida. Where do I zoom in?
Louis,
Around Jackson. It's up here at the top there, I think.
hold on.
I can go Jackson, Florida, and just Google it from there. Direction from my house
Or Ocala, Florida.
home.
Yeah, it's
It's near
Just-
Ocala.
it's just down from Gainesville.
Yeah.
Just
20
up-
hours.
That's actually a good one. Gainesville is closer.
Well, sorry about that. So 20-hour drive for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, Sean said 15 for him.
yeah.
Dang.
Kevin Gibbs says 13 hours. Trail Critter is 19 hours.
Man,
Yeah.
nobody lives in Florida, huh?
Well, I mean, I've been there when I lived there. I've been to Williston. It's a very nice area. But
I'm not
I wasn't
retired
into the
yet.
RT there. Huh?
Yeah, right.
Retire first.
Yeah, and need a lot of days off.
Yeah, when I go, maybe I can get Trail Critter to come with me.
Oh,
Who was
barbecue.
that? Wasn't it Tony that had an interesting adventure down there in Florida last year?
Barbecue lives there, yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
fun
saw
when you
him
have
when I was there.
it's fun when you have 2 or 3 guys with you like that. You can drive straight and not worry about stopping at a hotel and resting because the one guy sleeps, the other guy drives. So
If you call that sleep.
Yeah, really.
I'm
Well, you
getting
get
too
there,
old for
it's
that
more-
crap.
It's more along the lines, hey, keep my ass awake.
oh,
You
that
know?
too.
You know?
No,
Yeah,
I mean
talk
you
to me.
sleep, but it's usually not good sleep. I don't sleep well in a car.
It's
Oh,
not,
no?
yeah, it's not a solid sleep.
I don't really ever sleep well in a car. So then you're like burned out the whole weekend.
I'd rather be the one driving.
Hey, Tony, you actually sleep?
Okay with that.
I try every once in a while. Not very often.
Well, hopefully we'll see Trail Critter on one of my events this summer. So things are supposed to be pretty unlocked. So hopefully this summer we're going to see a lot of people there.
I wish you would, Joe Critter.
I'm going to do I posted it in the RC family chat, the event I'm thinking of making. It's called Towing King or Toking. So basically I'm going to Toking. Yeah. So I'm going to, for every 4 driver, I'm going to have a tow truck or a recovery truck. Or I think I called it Recovery King. Anyways.
I'm on video, but yeah.
So
I like it.
every 4 people, I'm going to have a recovery, and everybody's going to have a poker chip to pay, like a bunch of poker chip. If they flip over, tumble, or get stuck, they cannot touch their car. They got to call out real loud, tow truck or recovery, and then the whoever's around, the recovery truck is just like a tow truck. They can be on the trail, they can park at a certain spot. They do not have to take the trail. They can ride anywhere, and they can come and recover the truck. The challenge is going to be that once you're done, there's going to be a certain fare. So you take a poker chip, you pay the tow truck, and it's whoever's tow truck has the more poker chip wins at the end. So that means you got to make sure you drive to that person right away. And if ever you flip or you cannot recover the car or you flip while recovering, then you got to call the recovery truck, has to call another recovery truck to come and help them. And then that recovery truck has to pay that recovery truck. So it's all about recoveries and helping the people. So it should be interesting.
Is there a set fee, or can they like gouge the prices?
No, it is a set.
Is it just one chip?
That's true, right?
It
is a
partner,
set fee.
this is going to be three tokens.
Yeah, 3
I
tokens.
know you got them.
So if you're just stuck, it's going to be like 1 token. If you're flipped over, it's going to be two tokens. If a recovery truck has to pay another recovery truck, it's probably going to be like 5 token. So
And
you
what,
got to be
what do
careful
they
what
have
you
to
do.
call again?
Recovery. So where's going to be a challenge also is if you have like 4 recovery trucks on the trails, that means you're going to have 16 people. And all of a sudden you have 4 or 5 people yelling recovery at the same time.
Because see who's gonna get there first.
Yeah. So
Now
now,
you're gonna have some pretty jacked up trails in order to get people stuck.
some
Or-
people do get stuck. Some people do have to recover themselves and all that. But I do have like logs, like 2 logs for a very long time, and you got to go over that. The problem is sometimes they just fall off and they're still hooked. They're like hanging. It's almost impossible to recover from that. So that we're going to have to see what we're going to do for that. Like they're going to have to try anyway. So
Hand of God after 3 tries.
hand of God after 3 tries.
10 tokens.
Recovering.
It should be fun for the recovery people and for the drivers also that actually drives. And you can actually
Now
follow, the tow truck can follow a group if he wants, but then he takes a chance that that group is going to go bad. So, but somebody else might go bad just behind him. So it should be fun and interesting.
So here's what you do. You follow the group and you hit the group off the whatever. So you
Yeah, you
recover.
run into them.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I like where
Do a
you're
little
headed.
vigilante work there.
So it's just kind of a game I want to do with them. And it's just things different, just like,
Kitty.
so it should be interesting. Beat the clock. That's always fun because you got to do the trail as fast as you can. And you can recover yourself. But if you use a hand of God, you get less points. You get points taken off of you. If you recover yourself with a tow rope, then you get point added. No, it's the other way around. If you, anyways. So it's the one with less points at the end actually wins. So
One's a penalty, the other's not.
RC Voodoo says, follow the shit driver.
Yeah, exactly.
Peace.
Follow me.
Dirk's
the
working on your
stickers on
video
there
right
now.
now.
Okay, thanks, Dirk.
Cool.
Dirk.
Hey, Dirk.
No rush, man.
Hey, Dirk.
Before
Hey,
I,
Dirk. Dirk.
hey,
Yeah.
you're 4X.
RC
Huh?
Voodoo said the dude with the top heavy defender D10, D110. He said
Yeah.
that's him.
Follow
that
him,
dude
yeah.
around.
Yeah, one, two.
Oh, yeah. 4X. Yeah.
But that's the reason I am building a recovery truck. So if somebody doesn't have a recovery truck or doesn't think is good enough for recovery, then I'll have the Cross RC, which is a nice heavy truck. So be able to pull pretty much anybody out of there. So they can actually borrow it and use it. But it should be interesting. And if somebody does want to be just a recovery truck, then I will allow it. But like I want to switch half through the day, like maybe 2 hours you have a recovery truck, and then once you're done, you switch to recovery trucks. You pick other people to be tow trucks. So I'll try it, see how
Sounds
people
cool.
like it.
Now, is this at a house, the track?
Yeah, it's at somebody's house. It's his house is right beside a provincial park, kind of. And our
Okay.
track is at his house and also on the provincial park.
Okay. So everybody's going to think that there's like some kind of AA course or something going on. Recovery!
Recovery!
Oh no, the
I
houses
got
are
my first
far apart.
token.
The houses are very far apart, so there's no problem with that.
That's funny.
Does it cost extra to pick up parts off the trail? Oh, you probably get bonus points for that if you bring it to me. I'll get bonus
Finders
points for that.
keepers.
You get an extra chip.
Yeah. If you lose a door like Sean did, yeah, that's extra points for sure. But I
Right.
want to arrange it to probably that the tow truck cannot, like, let's say somebody's flipped over. I know a lot of guys do that, but they get by the roof with their front bumper and they just try to pull them off and just roll them over. I don't want them to do that. I want them to act like real tow trucks. In other words, play the game properly. In other words, you have to get your hook off and hook it up and pull it off to its side. Because if you're a real tow truck in real life, you're not going to put your front bumper on his roof and try to push him off. I don't think so, anyways, in real life.
No, they're not going to wreck their rig to do something like that.
No. So I want them to play the part, and that's what we're there for. We're there to play game. We're there to play tiny trucks and different versions. So that should be interesting.
Whew.
I'm about to destroy this ESC.
Dirk said with all the old guys, you might need a ambulance for recovery too.
Yeah. I was thinking almost the same thing. There's going to be a lot of backs that's going to be hurt.
Recovery.
Have a hearse pull up.
fallen and I can't
go.
get up.
Oh,
Dang, Dirk, that's cruel.
Randy would be good at that one. Yes, I actually thought of Randy for that one with his wrecker.
Harsh.
Right.
Sad but true.
Play right or go home, he says. My sandbox, my rules. That's true. People have been pretty good. I've been coming up with good ideas for events, and people have been liking it. It's what's fun with it. It's different, and it's a different event, different rules, and you're just having fun. That's what we're there for. And I'm trying to make it family friendly. In other words, you don't have to be that good of a driver. You can bring your kids, and your kids can have fun with you, and make it a family event. I've had people come with their wife and 4 kids. It's great. It's fun.
You say my wife and kids aren't any good at RC?
Doesn't matter. They're still going to have fun. It's just like at Fraggle Rock. Fraggle Rock is more of a rock course, and that's friggin' tough. And it's hard on the cars also, because your wheels always fall in the hole, and then you're trying to get out, and you're binding, and then you break an axle, or you break something else, and you scratch the shit out of your truck. At Holly's, it's not the same as that. It's just trails with obstacles, so it's a little bit more
That's
relaxed.
nice.
So Bubbles says something different is always good. A good time with RCs.
I like the idea.
Yeah, you got to throw a little change in there.
Yep.
You know.
And I want to do poker runs also. I want to do that again. So poker run is probably going to be a little bit different than last time. I just found it took too long to get the to do all the prep for the cards the way I did it. So next time I might do a pot somewhere, and when you cross that line, you take a chip in it, and then you bring me back the chip. And once you there at the table, we'll do your hand there right in front of me, like that. It's going to be less cheating.
Yeah.
Because I found last time there was way too many people were trying to cheat. This is, well, I don't have a good hand here. Do you want this card? Do you want this card? So people were handing out their cards right and left to try to cheat for the poker run. As soon as there's cash money on something, people cheat.
Hey, Spin Rush, that's not a tire. You got to use Allen wrenches.
sorry.
That's not a Tamiya. You got to use Allen wrenches.
I use MIP on all my gear.
All right, I thought you were holding up a Phillips screwdriver for a minute.
Yeah, I didn't know MIPs did Phillips screwdrivers.
Big head's over there burning something.
Yes,
No.
no, so's Tony. Tony's got smoke signals going too.
Oh, he does too.
So is Guru.
That's
There
one
goes
thing.
Traxxas warranty.
That's one thing for tow ropes. Like that's one thing that I got to make sure that I have enough at the thing is the event is tow rope for some people, because some people do have some, but some people don't. So, but if they know that that event is that, they'll just make it happen. And we've had it in the past that we have tow ropes for like for $2 or $5 with the hooks and everything like that, and people just buy it at the event, so it's all good.
Nice.
Yeah, just make up a bunch and sell them there.
Yeah. Thanks, Brian G. Sherwood. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the conversation. Thank you very much. We're about 9 minutes to go offline and go to the after hour. And the after hour will be broadcast live here on YouTube, but only for the membership people. So sorry about that. I do have members and things like that. So I started doing the after hour show, and it's open subject. We can do pretty much anything, talk about anything, and you can actually swear too. So, oh, see, Tony just left. He didn't like that idea. So, if there is any competition, there is potential for cheating, money or no. Yeah, but when there's money involved, I find there's more cheating. Some people are kind of good on competition, but I know what you mean. Lots of time we do no gods event, no hands of God event, and it's just like golf. You got to count if you hit a gate or if you don't and all that. And I've been following people. They don't even take their scorecard out. They just keep going, oh, I'll mark it at the end. I'll mark it at the end. You can't remember every freaking gate you've hit or not. But yeah, people do cheat as soon as it's competition. And Queenie's doing a shout out.
Need to just sit back, just sit back and just remember that this is just for fun.
Yep.
Tiny toy trucks, not a lifestyle.
That's why I drive with tiny tires 90% of the time. I don't care if I succeed or don't succeed. I just want to have fun. I'm not there to show people, hey, look, I did it and you didn't. It's just there to try the best I can.
Oh yeah, Green Frog. I try to cheat all the time when it comes to money. Oh, what?
Said that aloud too.
Dang.
Yeah,
Oh, maybe that's why he's won so many giveaways lately.
I got the fix.
Got him in his back pocket.
cool. Well, I hope you guys had fun tonight, and in the chat and into the video, we're going to start doing the round table saying goodbyes. I find a lot of people when they start saying, okay, we're going to close it down, they keep talking about for 15, 20 minutes. So, but I don't like that. So we're going to start with Trail Crawler RC tonight to say his goodbyes.
Thanks for the invite, Tank. It's always a pleasure to be on the show with you guys. And if you haven't hit that thumbs up, make sure you hit it before you leave.
Thank you. Thank you, Brian, and we'll see you later. And thank you for the super chat. Spin Rush.
Get out there and go to some events. That was today's topic today. So hopefully 2022, everybody will be able to get out there and have a good time at the events. Until then, take care of yourselves.
Yep. Big Head RC.
Appreciate you inviting me, Tank, and I really enjoyed it.
Cool. Thank you very much. Curtis D.
Hey, thanks for having me in. It was a lot of fun. Try to come back in sooner.
Thank you very much. Gurus RC.
Thank you for the promo, as well as everybody hit that thumbs up. Thank you always for having me. It's always a pleasure. And see you guys on the next one.
Thank you very much. AZ Froggy and more.
Oh, thanks for the invite, Frank. Everyone stay safe and let's go out there and have some fun.
Thank you. KBRC 13.
Thanks for inviting me, Tank, and thumbs up on the way out.
Thank you. Kurtz RC.
Thanks, Tank, and everybody in the chat. Thanks for being here. Have a good weekend.
Thank you very much. Everybody's doing shout outs at the end. John Martin.
Thanks for having me, and good to learn about what people like and don't like about other events, and catch you guys on the next one.
Thank you very much. Tony from CCXRC.
Yeah, thanks for doing these, Tank, and look forward to the next ones. You've been doing it for a while now. It's pretty awesome to see the length that you've been able to keep this going with the community, and it's changed more, but it's awesome to see.
Cool. Thank you very much. Thank you, Green Frog, for the nice, kind words. And spotlight for everybody. Here we go. So thanks a lot, guys. Go out there and support your local people that are actually organizing events and things like that. Even if just for bashing, like some guys here are going this weekend with some people and just having fun and bashing. Even if it's not for money, just go out there, have some fun, charge up some batteries, go out there, have fun and break something. Because if you're not breaking anything, you're not having any fun, right, Tony? Nah, he says nah.